I don't know. Signal good? Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Welcome back, Raiders. We're going to do something a little different today. We will be going on a raid to Buried City. I'm kind of a ghost on it. We're going to go for uncovered caches. And this is what we're taking. I don't know why I took a blueprint with me. I think I was trying to give it to somebody and they didn't really find anyone. But yeah. Today we're going to do something a little different. I don't really usually address kind of the state of the game. And as you can see, this is kind of an older video that footage I have from the shared watch. There were still like 5 days left in the shared watch event. So I've been playing for some time. But I just kind of wanted to address some things. So give me a moment. Let me go ahead and hit these tubes. And then we're going to go ahead and chat about the game, guys. Alright. By the way, I landed here in Buried City, checked my map, and then I thought I'd do something. I checked the back of the highway tunnel just to see if there's anything interesting, and there wasn't, but props to the devs. Look how nice it is. So ruined. Anyways, I've been seeing a lot of talk about Arc Raiders lately, and if YouTube thumbnails are anything to go by, you'd think the game was on life support. Every other video seems convinced it's dead, dying, a ghost town, or that all the PvE players packed up and left, or all PvP players are mad. Something. Everybody has something. Now, I'm not here to tell anybody that they're wrong. We all end up in different lobbies, play at different times, have different experiences. I can only tell you what I've been seeing. I've been getting out there with pretty good regularity lately, especially on clearer days when the connection's good, and honestly, my experience has been pretty positive. I'm a PvE... Oh, yeah, I was trying to hop over that backwards. I finally conceded. This is the one uncovered cache I do find, guys, so pretty decent one. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I've been getting out there pretty regular lately, going topside often. I'm a PvE raider by choice. I like running quests, clearing trials, exploring, seeing what I could bring home to Speranza, you know. But just don't mistake that for weakness. Just because I'm not out there shooting you in the head first doesn't mean I'm not going to defend myself if somebody wants what I'm carrying. It's just good sense. It works in the Buried City. It works in Speranza. It worked back home long before I found a way to jack into your side of things. Most of the time, though, people are just playing. Oh, yeah. I find the sleeper, and I managed to grab that cache without him seeing me, and then, guys, I'm going to slink away and move off and move around. I believe I mark the parking garage. Yeah. So I kind of head that direction, use that as a waypoint, and move out. Anyways. People are just playing, guys. They're chasing objectives, experimenting with builds, figuring things out. Sure, every now and then, some guy gets a little too ambitious or anxious and domes me and sends me packing back to Speranza empty-handed. That's extraction shooters. It happens. And honestly, I personally feel like from the time I started playing Arc Raiders, the thing I kind of like about it is it's almost like back in the day when I was playing Fallout. For those of you that have played Fallout, Raiders just freaking attack you, man. They don't dick around. You might hear them first or you get shot and then you hear them. And they'll just be up there on, you know, a broken overpass, sniping at you and laughing about it, chucking grenades while some guy's running up with a machete. And it just sort of happens. And that was kind of always part of the charm of Fallout when you went outside of the cities is, you know, you didn't know if you were safe or not for sure. You know, you could go out and find raiders. You could go out and get absolutely eviscerated by a deathclaw. Or maybe that day it was just an angry Malguai. For those of you that don't know what a Malguai is, look it up. It's awesome. It's a Fallout thing. It's basically like, it's not a zombie bear, but It's like an irradiated crazy bear. But anyways, you know, there's always something going on to where you might get attacked. And I feel like in Arc Raiders, PvP players are that thing. You know, whether they're really good or they're not great, getting unexpectedly assailed by another raider while you're topside is what makes the drama of Arc Raiders. Because as you approach another raider and you're like, hey man, how's it going? Hey raider, I'm chill. You chill? If you get, you know, a pot shot or a grenade, you know better. As far as hostile raiders go, those are the nice raiders. I mean, they let you know you're in a fight from go. Some shoot on sight, which is more like a lot of Fallout raiders. You know, they just see you. We're going to take him out, take his stuff. The ones I can't respect, and no offense to you guys, I know it's a game and you can play it however you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I can't, you're never going to see PostagothalyptiC out there ratting. You're never going to see PostagothalyptiC out there just trying to prey on weak guys and take their stuff. I'm not into it. You won't see me hitting a gear exchange or doing anything like that. Now, if I see somebody else doing something like that, I might do something about it. I would say that's just like defending myself. I will defend other supposed innocents. You know, I'll try and be discerning in my handling of that, as I always am. But yeah. But anyways, guys, the point is this. You're going to get shot at sometimes. It happens. Now, is it frustrating? Absolutely. But guys, it's not all the time. I mean, it might be for you, you know, where you're at. In the games I've loaded in, I've also run into a lot of players that'll wave, help you in a fight, or share information to help you finish a quest, or help you on a trial. Sometimes they'll simply just be friendly and let the other one get on with the job that they're trying to get done. Those moments don't make dramatic thumbnails, but they're just as real. And so when I live those moments, I just have to kind of throw up devil's advocate, you know, to some of the online chatter. So, you know, when I hear people say Arc Raiders is dying, I don't really see it. What I see is a game that's changing. The developers are learning. The community is adapting. Some ideas are working better than others. And it's exactly what you should probably expect from a live game that's still kind of finding its footing. I mean, it's not that old. And guys, that's so cool. Like, maybe we're taking this for granted. Maybe it's because I'm a little older or where I'm from. But a game that is still adapting is still really cool to me. It changes all the time. And that's part of what makes it neat. So if you've been holding off of Arc Raiders because you hear it's all doom and gloom, I'd say it's worth it to see for yourself. Worst case scenario, you lose a kid or two. Best case, you find a game that's carving out its own identity, and maybe you can carve one out for yourself in it. Now, I'm not going to lie, the attrition is real to some degree. There are players dropping off. I know personally, I had a friend that I have accumulated on here, and a close relative, and both have played with me, and you will probably see them in some upcoming episodes. I just kind of have a backlog of footage, so one of these transmissions will have that. But we have had some good experiences, we have had some bad experiences, and some of those bad experiences really turned these guys off, and some of the changes that have happened have really turned these guys off. So they have decided that it's best that they go ahead and play other games with their time, and that's okay. So I'm not saying that there's not an attrition to some degree to the player base in some instances, because it's not for everybody, guys, and I understand. But to me, I feel like we're playing a game about survival, expecting to thrive. And it's not really about thriving. It's about surviving the ridiculous, oppressive nature of these Arc machines. Trying to band together as humanity, you know, to continue existing. Judging by some of the stories I've been reading on your side of the relay lately, you folks might want to, you know, get some practice in. Seems you've become awfully fond of letting drones do a lot of dangerous work. Can't imagine that'll ever become a problem. Anyways, that's enough of that. Let's see what I'm up to topside. Oh yeah. So, I'm down to within about 8 minutes. I have hauled butt to an extraction point, and it closed on me right as I got there. On the way out, I'm sealed in by some gates. I don't understand yet that I can get through them. On the way back to the other gate entrance, I find this poor raider. Guys, this is one of those make lemonade, you know? And this is generally how I acquire goop. I don't go goop people. I find their bodies, I feel bad, and then I take what I can. Although I do kind of feel bad. I did throw his augment like right on top of him. Didn't really notice that when I was playing. Sorry, bud. Normally, if I find a fellow raider who's not all the way down, I will try and pick him up. So yeah, guys, so I'm totally lost. I've been trapped outside of the gates before, but never inside at this point. And all of a sudden, I'm through. So I'm like, okay, great. I got to drop some weight. And I dropped a couple things, but not enough to not be over encumbered. So yeah, drop a little more weight, whipping a grenade throw. And get ready to head out. Figure I'll have to eliminate this wasp first. He gets loud, goes to shoot me, and I do roll away from him. But it sounds like the old anvil was more than enough to take him out of the sky. I'm not positive, but I want to say I have a splitter on in this raid. That anvil splitter is really something. It splits up the damage of your anvil, so it's not as powerful, but it fires 3 shots and does a lot of kinetic force, so it throws a little arc around.
We have arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Go
Down to the 5-minute warning.
I repeat, 5 minutes.
Shanny trying to get me back early, but of course I see that as, you know, well, let's go poke around in these closets. It's that scavenger in me, man. But no, at this point, 4 minutes left. Even I'm getting a little antsy. But there's red lockers. Can't ignore lockers. See? That grenade could save my life. This little hopping down the stairs trick saved me a ton of time. Guys, just go right over the edge and then hit your tuck and roll as you land. It'll save you tons and tons of time. I then wasted that time checking out that back room. At this point, 3 minutes left. I don't waste a whole lot of time. Not taking any chances today. Pull out that hatch key, and back to Speranza we go. A successful raid, nearly a ghost. Sure, there was a little bit of combat here and there, but for the most part, I avoided it. And sometimes, that's a hell of a strategy. Nice shot of the bag there. Thank you, Raider. Sorry you didn't make it out. I tried to get your stuff out. Level to level 60 that raid. And I did a little something for that snap and salvage. Not bad. Oh, free piece of advice, guys. Be careful around Charles. Until next time. Postagothalyptic, signing off. Man, what is wrong with this thing?